everybody, welcome back to Catalysis, Discovery and Technology Tool, where we discuss and explore catalysis and its future in science and medicine. Today, we will be looking into catalysis for the energy supply of the future. So, let's get right into it. This lesson will answer the questions: where have we gotten our energy from in the past? Where do we get our energy today? Where might we get our energy in the future? What is likely to be the source of the future energy supply? And why is catalysis essential for these processes? So where have we gotten our energy from in the past? Historically, civilizations can be classified by what type of and how much fuel they use to meet their energy needs. Initially, humans burned plants and trees. This is very easy to do, but inefficient. Trees and plants are composed of thousands of different chemicals. Each produces different byproducts when combusted. These byproducts can be harmful or foul equipment. They form soot. During the Industrial Revolution, coal was first used to generate heat and, importantly, electricity. Coal burns at a much higher temperature than wood. Coal has a much higher energy density than wood. It contains more energy per pound or kilogram. Coal is widely available but is not renewable, as trees and other plants are. Additionally, coal is a very complex mixture, similar to plants, so it is very difficult to purify. During the 1800s, petroleum was used as a fuel source. Petroleum has many advantages over coal and largely shapes the infrastructure of the modern chemical industry. An important property of petroleum is that it can be separated into its pure constituents by distillation or various other means. When separated to pure components, these chemicals can be used for purposes other than energy. Plastics, tires, soaps, glues, and medicines, and many other things are made from petroleum. If petroleum could not be purified, this would not be possible. Another important property of petroleum is that it is a liquid. It may seem obvious, but it should be stated why liquids are preferred. Liquids are dense, like solids, but can be easily moved around, unlike solids. Where do we get our energy today? While coal and petroleum are still widely used, natural gas is rapidly replacing petroleum and coal as a source of energy. Renewable sources are increasing as well, but not nearly as quickly as natural gas. This is because horizontal fracturing has made vast reserves of natural gas available in the United States. Natural gas is more carbon efficient than coal or oil, less carbon dioxide per BTU. Natural gas is more easily harvested than coal. However, natural gas is not nearly as energy dense, or BTU per gallon, as gasoline or diesel fuel. Natural gas must be stored at very low temperatures to be liquefied. Energy density is not as important for electricity production, but as transportation fuel, it is extremely important. So, what does this mean? To utilize natural gas as a transportation fuel, it must be converted. This conversion is complex, and nearly every step requires a catalyst. Where might we get our energy in the future? Natural gas is not the only source of energy going forward. The natural gas reserves of the United States are estimated to last for around 80 years. Going forward, renewable sources of energy are essential to maintain the current standard of living. Renewable energy sources come in many forms, each having its own advantages and disadvantages. Wind, mechanical. Hydroelectric, also mechanical. Geothermal, thermal. Solar, thermal/photovoltaic. And biofuels, chemical. Wind and hydroelectric directly convert the raw mechanical energy into electricity with a generator. Geothermal energy converts heat to electricity via a power cycle. Power cycles do not involve any chemical reactions. Solar energy usually involves the conversion of photons from the sun to the movement of electrons. This is not strictly a chemical process. Electricity is directly produced without any intermediate chemical reactions. The above methods of energy are already used and well understood. Many improvements are sure to be made in the future. However, they can only directly produce electricity. If renewable chemical energy, fuel, is needed, then biofuels are an attractive option. What is likely to be the source of the future energy supply? Biofuels are any chemicals that are derived from living materials, biomass, and used directly as energy sources. That is, they are burned. Petroleum, coal, and natural gas all came from once living sources, but have been converted over millennia to their usable forms now. Because the living material must be converted, these sources are not considered biofuels. Biofuels were among the first energy sources used by humans. Humans have been burning plants for heat for at least 200,000 years, and for possibly as long as 1.7 million years. Biofuels are usually carbon neutral. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to grow. The plants are harvested and processed to produce biofuels. The biofuel is burned, releasing carbon dioxide equal to the amount the plant originally absorbed. So why is catalysis essential for these processes? What is different now from what we did 100,000 years ago? Biomass is an extremely complex mixture. Different plants have different compositions, and different sections of the same plant have different compositions. Because of the chemical complexity of biomass, burning raw, unprocessed biomass is impractical for most modern machines. In order to make biomass compatible with modern technology, cars, for example, it must be processed into simpler, more predictable chemicals. To modify biomass to be compatible with modern technology, it must be chemically altered. Catalysis is essential in controlling the chemical reactions needed to produce the desired fuels from the biomass. These processes are multi-step processes. Almost every step requires catalysis. So what did we learn today? Currently, humans have varied energy needs. Electricity is produced at large, centralized power plants. Transportation, however, largely requires very energy-dense chemical fuels, liquids. Electricity can be produced from various sources without any complex chemical alterations. Wind, geothermal, and solar do not involve any chemical processes and are renewable. Natural gas can be burned with little treatment in power plants. Transportation currently must be powered by chemical fuels. The largest sources of chemical fuels going forward are natural gas and biofuels. Both of these require chemical alterations to be useful. These reactions will require catalysis to work. Electric vehicles are becoming more common, but the vast majority of the American fleet of vehicles still depend on chemical fuels. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a good one.